one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try the run. He's in open space downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped up 15 yards. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State back.
Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
This offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Pulls it in on the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wasting no time taking a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. Still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the six. Get the pick six.
Get it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
The Buckeyes will snap it on first and 10.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Start the drive from their own 22. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking to throw. Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more.
Turning it on. And they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Going right to work up top. It's on target and complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the end route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come out.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now, this is a gamble here, going for it on 4th and long from their own 40. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He might want another play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Penn State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is getting throttled right now inside Sanford Stadium. And frankly, it's been that way since the crowd started barking during the opening kick. They're trailing by 14 to Florida. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles.
Breaks into the open. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And the Nittany Lions will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. The receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Might be changing the route. Got the quick pass. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much...
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Steps out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 31, and that is the way to get yourself a little daylight.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on second down. Unloads it left. Got his man. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
Okay, break. Ready.
Looking to throw on first down. And to throw out to the sideline for just a few yards.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Off the RPO, complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here's the handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The 30, past the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawrence.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He wants to throw it again. Working that left side now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Good move on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest. He takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Throwing right. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The give. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He fires one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a turning it on. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And the Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man in the middle. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Got him downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Leaves it with the back.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Going to sling it on second down. Got his man on the outside. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Got his man out of the backfield. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Wants to throw again. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Now facing a third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got him. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Got a lot of room to the right. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
With with Ohio State once again taking down Penn State in this one. The Nittany Lion fans left to wonder what might have been. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.